Welcome everyone. Hope you're all good. Once again, Sean Colley back with some more tips, more help, more personal development help, business development help as always. So as you'll see in the title, I've got 5 tips today, guys, to help with effective time management. Effective time management. This is one of the key areas, guys, that high performers do. They really dial in and focus on time management. You see, when you can effectively manage your day-to-day tasks, your time, ultimately you can get your time back. So I want to go into some real key points, guys, in this video, in this live, to get clarity, which is point number 1. Let's get into it. So point number 1 is to get true clarity on your goals. You see, when you get clarity on your goals, this is going to help you with then prioritizing your time to achieve them. You see, here's the thing, right? You know, if we're in work, if we work 9 to 5 and the rest of it, and you haven't got any goals, you haven't got any targets that you want to hit, well, guess what? You end up watching Netflix. You end up just chilling and playing on the PlayStation. And then time goes on, and then you think, where's my time gone? But you're just wasting it. So it's about getting clarity on your goals. You need some goals, first of all, guys. You need some goals to then get clarity. Then you can work on taking action on your goals, which is going to make your time management better. So it ultimately means getting clarity, then sacrificing the things that are messing around at and going after the things that you really want. This is going to bring more fulfillment, feeling more sense of achievement, more confidence, more belief, more self-esteem, all the rest of it. And then as you build and grow, and then the results come, then the goals get bigger, and then the cycle goes on and on and on. But first things first, you must get clarity on your goals. Welcome everyone. Hope you're all good. Say hello. I can see we've got some comments. I can't see your name because you might just need to click the StreamYard link just above. But if you do that, I'll be able to check afterwards, if anything. So I'm going over, guys, the 5, well, some fantastic points, guys, about time management, self-management ultimately. But time management is something that if utilized effectively, you can get to where you want to be so much faster. The growth that I've experienced in business, in personal life, in personal development, mindset, fitness, the rest of it, has all came from, well, there's multiple branches to the tree, but time management is such an important one. Something that I'd really say to you guys to start thinking about more. Start thinking, how can I utilize every second? Because here's the thing, before I go into point number 2, I want to rant a little bit. You know, time, as we know, is something that we can never get back. So therefore, it must be utilized effectively. That means sacrifice, guys. That means clarity. Point number 1 on that means goals. That means being around the right people. That means growing. That means, you know, this is the kind of stuff that if you want to be serious about hitting goals, you've got to be on this kind of stuff, guys. So point number 2 is to prioritize and schedule your time. Prioritize and schedule it. So if you know that you want to get something done tomorrow, let's say you really want to do that 3-mile run. Well, that's all good, yeah. An idea is great, but with no action equals no results, right? So you've got to be able to prioritize it. So I really have a goal to get fit in the best shape of my life. To do that, I want to run 3 miles 3 times a week. Okay, great. Now I can prioritize it. When I prioritize it, guess what? Now we need to schedule it. So guys, if you're working 9 to 5, then it makes the time windows that you can utilize a lot less, but that's fine. Because if you're going home and just chilling and watching Netflix, you now need to make certain tough decisions. And then you can prioritize and schedule. So it might be going to do that run before work, planning in the shower time, etc., getting ready, you know, ensuring that it gets done. And this is what helps with time management, which is directly linked to getting more results. You see, this is the thing with, I'm around, you know, I get the pleasure of spending my time around a lot of high performers, high achievers. I like to consider myself one as well. But what I've noticed is every minute counts. Every minute counts. There is no time for, if you are actually serious about achieving, there's no time for messing about. And if you aren't aligned to certain goals, or if you haven't got any and you're fine with where you're at, then no problem. That's absolutely fine. This isn't for you, right? This is directed to people who really want to start growing and getting further, getting places where they want to go. Every minute counts now, guys, and there's nothing stopping you. Of course you can do it, guys. You just need that. You might need that accountability. You might need to be around the right people, etc. But nothing's stopping you. It's about taking responsibility. So how do we get clarity? Before going to point number 3, how do I get clarity? Well, there's a few ways. What you really need to do is you need to brain dump. You need to really consider and think about what you want out of life. So what is the true vision? So you got to put yourself in a position of, when you're old, looking back on your life, have I achieved what I wanted to achieve? And if it's a no, then of course you go down the yellow brick road of saying, okay, well, what is it that I wanted to achieve? And there we start to build the foundations of your vision. When you get the vision of basically your ultimate goals and what you really want to get out of life while we're here, then when true vision comes with true clarity. So you've got to brain dump. You've got to ask the tough questions of what am I doing? Am I happy with where I'm at? What do I really want to get out of life? What's my vision? What do I want to leave behind to my family? What do I want to get out of life while I'm here? So only you can answer those questions, right? But how to get the clarity, you've got to ask the tough questions. You've got to really go deep, and you've got to go find your reason why, and you've got to go after it. Once you get the clarity and the vision, that will help you with time management. So I hope that helps, but it is something that truly you can only answer, but it comes down to thinking and pondering and asking the tough questions. So point number 3, I think I said, did I say that? I can't remember. I don't think I did. I want to re-say it. I don't think I did. The reason why I'm saying that is I just did a live on Instagram and I've gone through all these points. So I'm on Facebook now and in the group, so and YouTube. So point number 3 is to learn to say no. Learn to say no. How many times have you had it where, you might get messages from your friends, you saying, do you want to come out for a drink? Let's socialize for a couple of hours, but you really need to do something and you've cracked, and not necessarily cracked, but you've basically gave in and you've put the goal on the side. You've put the thing that you wanted to do on the side and you've gone out and socialized. Now, don't get me wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with socializing. We all like a good drink, right? But if you've got goals and you're serious about them and you now know every minute counts and time management is super, super important to achieving these things, then again, the tough questions have to be asked. The decisions have to be made. So if it means saying no more, just being conscious of that, because you've got to be selfish sometimes. So saying no and keeping your time to utilize it correctly, guys, is what you need to do. I'll give you an example, right? So this evening it was, do I go to food shopping or do I do this live? Now, I know I do these lives every Tuesday evening. So what I did is I prioritized and rescheduled the food shops. I forgot it was done, and that got done earlier on in the day because I had some time, because my rest of my day was planned effectively. So I knew I had a spare time frame in the late afternoon. So it got rejuggled, got that done. Here I am, because my goal is to help as many people as possible. My goal is to help people become the best versions of themselves, to help build themselves. So I know that I need to show up. So it's about prioritizing, knowing when you have free time, knowing when it's busy in a day, knowing when there's downtime periods where you can maneuver and flip. And again, it comes down to potentially saying no sometimes. If you find it hard, then you've just got to think of your true vision, your true purpose, and your reason why. How serious do you want it, guys? How serious do you want your goals? You're responsible for your goals. Of course you can do it, but it's about being super disciplined. It's about being disciplined, guys. This is what it comes down to. And time management is the best one. So hope this is valuable, guys. Yes, thanks. Great advice. No problem at all. I will check your name after this. In fact, let me just see if there's any other questions as well, guys. By the way, feel free to drop it in the comments and I can answer it at the end. Yeah, I can't see your name, but I'll check it after. So Guys, this is valuable stuff. Point number 4 to get effective with time management, to get more results, is to guess what? It's to delegate and outsource. So when I was building the property business at On Point, I've now got All Aspire, Mind Upgrade, multiple businesses, family, all the rest of it, right? But when I was building On Point with Reese, it was a case of I felt like I had to do all the tasks because I felt I was the best at them. Who else feels like that? If you're running a business, no, I can't outsource this. I can't trust people as much. I know that I can do this the best. Oh, hey, Shaf. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Thanks for that. So, you know, outsourcing and delegating is something that completely changed the game for me. Is being able to trust others, being able to get help from other people, stop being like egotistical, dropping the ego and delegating was quite honestly one of the best things I ever did when it came to systemizing, when it came to scaling and growing my business. So prioritizing, knowing what tasks that you need to do and getting those done, but then also delegating and outsourcing as much as possible so you can then get more time back. So are you delegating, guys? Are you outsourcing tasks, admin tasks, whether it's bringing a VA in, whether it's asking friends or family, etc., to ask for help in certain situations? Are you even thinking about delegating, or are you taking on everything yourself? If you want to get your time back and manage it properly so you can grow, build, etc., and do other ventures and learn more, etc., then delegating and outsourcing is a massive weapon in your arsenal that you want to be taking advantage of. So are you delegating? So point number 5, guys, last point, the 5th point to effective tips of time management. That was a tongue twister. I'm losing my words. Is end your day correctly. End your day correctly. So what do I mean by this? So what I mean by this is reviewing the day. So for example, every day at 6 p.m, I'll review my day. Did I achieve everything I wanted to? Did I procrastinate in any areas? And what can I have done better? So I end my day with a review. Now, that doesn't necessarily help with time management, but here's what does. By ending your day, you actually start tomorrow. So ending your day is your means to go on. So now what I can say is I have a calendar, for example, and I know tomorrow and for the rest of the week, unless anything urgent comes up, I know exactly what I'm doing tomorrow, hour by hour. So I can go to sleep, get a good quality sleep. Good quality sleep leads to more productivity, etc., and health benefits, and so on and so on. But if you know exactly what you're doing the night before for the next day, it leads to less stress. It leads to, less overwhelm and having more clarity of the day. The short-term clarity of the day, knowing exactly what you need to do. This is time management. It's about being organized. So guys, are you doing this at the moment? Are you prioritizing tomorrow, the day before, and having everything set? This is true time management. If you really want to get better with your time, if you have a massive to-do list longer than your arm, you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and ultimately procrastinate because you don't get everything done, then it's about breaking it down. It's about having it written out and brain dumped on your calendar, for example, and knowing exactly what needs to be done. And you can maneuver things, if it's not urgent, then put it a couple of days ahead. It's going to just give you more focus. It's going to make you more relaxed. It's going to make you give full, give 100% to everything you do on the day instead of being overwhelmed and procrastinating. So guys, if you're not scheduling your days correctly and not planning it out on a calendar or a diary, you've got to start asking these questions. Why am I not doing these things? If you don't know, you don't know, of course, but you do now. You do now. So it's about, don't just take this information and then go along with your day. I'm here to give as much value as possible. So I implore you to start doing this stuff. Take these notes, get it done. And trust me, I truly believe it helped me. I know it can help others. So let us know how it goes. Make sure, follow up on this post. Let us know if you have implemented and seen any benefits. Really planning out your day in advance, knowing exactly what you're doing has so many benefits. So many benefits. And it's ultimately fantastic time management. You can get so much more done out of your day by knowing exactly what you're doing. And yeah, it's such a fantastic thing. So Lynn says, I agree, delegate. Tough though when feel others don't share your vision. Yeah, you've got to surround yourself with the right people. But and like I said, trusting others. It's about dropping the ego as well, because at the end of the day, before I outsourced and brought a team in, I thought I did everything the best. I quickly came to realize that wasn't the case. So it's about being around the right people as much as possible that can share the same vision. So yeah, you're 100% right there. But that's for us to ultimately be responsible. And if it means, learning lessons, tough lessons, at least the lessons learned, so then you can move on ultimately and get someone else in, etc. So that's life. It's about learning. It's about growing and progressing. What the main thing is, though, in this video particularly, is getting our time back. If we can get our time back, so you can't. This is gone now. So based on that, I really thank you for watching, and because you won't get this time back, and therefore you must implement it. Definitely implement it, guys. So I hope this has been valuable. I'll run through the 5 points again for anyone just jumping on live, but of course, watch it on the replay. So tips for time management, 5 key points on this video. First one was to clarify your goals. This is going to help you then schedule your time, which is point number 2. Prioritize and then schedule your time accordingly for best time management. Point number 3 is to say no. Learn to say no at times. You need to grab your time back. That's the way you're going to do it. And start to be aware as well when you get asked certain questions and you feel maybe compelled to say yes, but you don't really want to. Stop tallying those times when it happens, and then you'll start figuring out how much time you can really save when you say no. Point number 4 is to delegate, outsource as much as possible. Make sure that you're getting your time back in that method by getting the help, dropping the ego, and getting more people around you that can help you. And point number 5 is to end your day as you mean to go on. So know what you've got exactly to do on tomorrow and for the rest of the week. When things come on last minute, that's absolutely fine. If you've planned correctly, you'll be able to fit those urgent things in with no stress. So I hope that helps, guys. If it does, drop a comment, share it to a friend, and I shall see you in the next